today's contestants. A freelance designer from Atlanta, Georgia, Lisa Clark. An investment banking analyst from New York, Faison Kotari. And our returning champion, a professional sports gambler from Las Vegas, Nevada, James Holzhauer, whose 29-day cash winnings total $2,254,938. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure many of you have wondered what the contestants and I talk about at the end of the program. On yesterday's show, James was worried a little bit because he thought that with the $2.25 million he's already won as a Jeopardy champion, that maybe now the casinos will look at him differently and might not want him gambling in their venues. That remains to be determined. Faison and Lisa, good to have you with us, and good luck. Here we go, the Jeopardy round. Today we start you off with these categories. 1919, good year. Next, robots. Your TV government at work. Close-minded. I'm reading you. You identify the author. And finally, loud and clear. That's how I'm reading you. James.
1919, 1000.
In 2019, Germany and other lands have events honoring the 100th birthday of this modernist designed school. James.
What is Bauhaus?
Yes.
I'm reading you 1000.
Narcissus and Goldmund and the glass bead game. Faison.
Who is Hesse?
Correct.
1919 for 800.
This number amendment was ratified by Nebraska on January 16th, putting prohibition in force. Faison.
What is the 18th?
Correct.
I'm reading you 800.
The Temple of My Familiar and the color purple. James.
What is Alice Walker?
Yes.
Robots 8.
Robots, like the sunfish, have been cleaning up reactors damaged in this 2011 meltdown in Japan. James.
What is Fukushima?
That's it.
Robots 1000.
As a social experiment, in 2014, a bot traveled 6,000 miles through Canada this way, but in the United States in 2015, soon met a bad end. Faison.
What is hitchhiking?
Hitchhiking, yes.
Let's do loud and clear for 1000.
This Italian superlative tells a musician to play very loud. James.
What is fortissimo?
Good.
Loud and clear 8.
You must be a necromancer. Your cacophony is doing this, a noisy idiom that refers to a man in Genesis. James.
What is raising the dead?
No. I thought you were on the right track. What is raising Cain?
Okay.
Talking about Genesis. Back to you, James.
1919, 6.
Answer. Really double. You're going to break the tie with Faison.
You know what to do.
All right. This informal literary group that included Robert Benchley and Dorothy Parker began meeting for lunch in 1919.
What is the Algonquin Round Table?
That's it. You have 5,600.
Your TV government at work 1000.
Ex-CIA analyst Elizabeth McCord practices both international and domestic diplomacy on this CBS show. Popular show called Madam Secretary. Obviously not popular enough. James.
Government 8.
First Lady Melly Grant was set to only appear in 3 episodes of season 1 of this drama, but by the end of season 6 was president. James.
What is scandal?
That's it.
Close-minded 1000.
A city in India gives its name to these riding pants. James.
What are jodhpurs?
Good.
Close 8.
Clothes will drape softly when cut on the this synonym for diagonal or slant. Lisa.
What is bias?
Good.
Close-minded 600.
This cropped jacket gets its name from a Spanish dance and the music for that dance. James.
What is bolero?
Bolero. Good.
Government 6.
Illinois Governor Peter Florrick turned out to be not the ideal spouse for Alicia, trying to make her way as a lawyer on this drama. James.
What is The Good Wife?
The Good Wife, you got it. That takes you to 8,600. We're going into our first break. When we come back, we'll find out a little bit about our newcomers, Lisa and Faison. Welcome back. Lisa Clark is a freelance designer from Atlanta, Georgia, who has something in common with me. You worked for a friend of mine,
Yes, sir.
Robert Osborne.
Yes.
From Turner Classic Movies.
Yeah, I know you and I are both old movie buffs, and I had someone contact me and say, I know you like old movies, and Robert Osborne is looking for some help with his website, so we thought you might want to do it. And I got to speak with him by phone and contacted him through email, and we talked back and forth a good bit, and he's a really lovely, or was a lovely man.
He was indeed. Faison Kotari from New York, investment banking analyst, who once had a close mishap in a hot air balloon, I understand.
Yeah. A few years ago, I was in central Turkey, and I took a hot air balloon ride right before sunrise, and it was beautiful. The landscape was amazing. But when we were coming down, it drifted away, and it almost hit a barn. And there was a corral, and there was a horse looking like he was waiting for us. So,
Were you alone with the pilot?
No, there were a few people there with my
Few
family
people.
as well, yeah.
Nobody was hurt.
Nobody was hurt.
All right, a good ending. James Holzhauer is our champion. We have mentioned in our introductions of you on the program that you're a Las Vegas gambler. You have won $2.25 million on our program. What's the most money you ever lost on a wager you placed in Las Vegas?
20,000 maybe.
Were you married at the time or single?
Single.
Yeah. Did those numbers go down once you got married?
We don't discuss until the end of the season where the bankroll is going. It's better that way.
Okay, all right. It relieves a great deal of stress in the household.
Yeah.
Pick up that device and go ahead and make another selection, and we will reveal another clue.
Loud and clear for 6.
Prospero threatens Caliban with pain so great that beasts will tremble at thy this 3-letter racket. Faison.
What is DIN?
Din, yes.
Loud and clear for 400.
Spinal Tap's amps went up to this number. Lisa.
What is 11?
Yes.
Loud and clear, 200.
It's too loud, man. It's this word that begins with a word meaning unable to hear. James.
What is deafening?
Deafening, yes.
I'm reading you 6.
Looking for Alaska and paper towns. James.
Was John Green?
Right.
I'm reading you 4.
Notre-Dame de Paris and Les Miserables. Faison.
Who's Hugo?
Victor Hugo, good.
1919 for 400.
Founded in 1919, this Dutch airline is the world's oldest airline still operating under its original name. Faison.
What is KLM?
Yeah.
Robots for 600.
With the Lynx robot, you can see your home remotely by using this 12-letter mode from the French for watch over. Faison.
What is surveillance?
Yes.
Clothes-minded for 400.
James Brudenell, the 7th Earl of this, gave his title to the name of a button-down sweater. Lisa.
What is cardigan?
Yes.
Close-minded, 200.
The extra-large pocket on the front of the hoodie is named for this creature. Lisa?
What is a kangaroo?
Kangaroo, yeah.
Robots, 400.
The company Ozobot makes robots that introduce kids to this activity, the art of writing instructions that direct computers. James.
What is coding?
Coding, that's it.
TV 4.
I am the Lord your God. Thou shalt worship no other God before me. Boy, those were the days. Sheen's first line on this drama. James.
What is The West Wing?
Yes, and we're
TV2.
not talking about Charlie Sheen here.
TV 2.
Pawnee civil servant Ron Swanson on this show. Fishing relaxes me. It's like yoga, except I still get to kill something. James.
What is Parks and Recreation?
Good.
Robots 2.
iRobot, maker of the Brava robot mop, is better known for this robot vacuum. Faison.
What is the Roomba?
The Roomba, yes.
I'm reading you for 200.
Ulysses and Finnegan's Wake. Lisa.
It was James Joyce.
Correct. Now the last clue. The Cincinnati Reds won the World Series over this team that later was found to have lost intentionally. Faison.
Or the White Sox.
Chicago White Sox. Yes, you're at 5,200. Lisa, though, is going first to start us off in Double Jeopardy right after this. Believe it or not, the game is still within reach for our challengers, Faison and Lisa. But Lisa, you pick first from these categories in this Double Jeopardy round. One big swamp. Sounds like my backyard. 1980s pop lyrics. Differs by a vowel. Awards and prizes. Space X, EX is going to come up in each correct response. And finally, you're going to have a little trouble with names. The correct response will be based on the last line of the clue. Lisa?
Let's do 1980s for 2000.
Queen, how long can you stand the heat? Out of the doorway, the bullets rip to the sound of the beat. James?
What is Another One Bites the Dust?
Another One Bites the Dust, yes.
One Big Swamp, 16.
Answer, Daily Double.
11,914.
All righty. It comes between great and swamp in the name of a part of Virginia and North Carolina that doesn't sound like a tourist spot.
What is Dismal?
You got it.
A Little Trouble with Names, 12.
There's an actress with lots of kids, 3 adopted. Before she married that actor, she was married to this other actor, him, with 3 names. James?
Was Billy Bob Thornton?
Correct.
Name, 16.
Remember the flood guy in the Bible? It's his son I'm after. No, not those 2. The one who makes me hungry, the middle son. Faison?
Who is Ham?
Ham, yes.
SpaceX for 16.
Answer. Daily Double. All righty.
4,000.
All right, here is the clue. The speed of expulsion of a rocket's gas or other propellant is this velocity.
What is escape?
No, what is exhaust? It had to be EX. EX. All right, no more daily doubles. You're at 2,800. Pick.
SpaceX 2000.
Sarah?
39 light years from our sun, a red dwarf star called TRAPPIST-1 has 7 Earth-sized these, whose orbits are seen here. JPL says 3 of them are firmly in the habitable zone, where liquid water could most likely exist.
Faison.
What are exoplanets?
That's it?
Awards and prizes 2000.
This Soviet physicist won the Nobel Peace Prize. Now a prize for defending human rights is named for him. James?
Was Sakharov?
Correct.
Names, 2000.
1800s author wrote a book about a kid who runs with pickpockets. So the gal in that book, the one who ends up dead? Faison?
Who is Nancy?
Nancy, yes.
Awards and prizes 16.
This vaunted trophy is given out each year in the south of France. The first one went to Delbert Mann for his film Marty in 1955. James?
What is the Palme d'Or?
Yes.
Big Swamp, 2.
The name of this big swamp on the Florida-Georgia border is thought to come from a Seminole word for trembling earth. Lisa?
What is Okefenokee?
Correct.
80s, 1600.
Bon Jovi? Take my hand and we'll make it, I swear. Faison?
What is living on a prayer?
Yeah.
Differs by a vowel for 16.
A word like at, by, or in, and a ballot measure. James?
What is preposition and proposition?
Good.
Pop lyrics, 12.
Michael Jackson? The word is out, you're doing wrong, gonna lock you up before too long. Lisa?
What is smooth criminal?
Nope. What is bad? Back to you, James.
Swamp, 12.
Take a little R&R in this TNT country and visit the mangrove channels of its Caroni swamp. James?
What is Trinidad and Tobago?
That's the TNT.
Vowel, 2.
Make silent and a speck of dust. James?
What is mute and moat?
Correct.
Vowel, 12.
Dried out and thirsty and sat a while somewhere high up. James?
What is parched and perched?
Correct.
Awards, 12.
Since 1982, skeptics of the paranormal and pseudoscientific have offered outrageous offenders the Bent This Utensil Award. James?
What is spoon?
Bent spoon. Good.
SpaceX, 12.
A spacewalk is more formally called an EVA, this kind of activity. James.
What is extravehicular?
Good.
SpaceX 8.
To astronomers, this isn't the end of a species, but the atmospheric dimming of a star when it's low on the horizon. James.
What is extinction?
Good.
Space 4.
We've yet to get a call from one of these otherworldly beings. James.
What is extraterrestrial?
Yes.
A little trouble with names 8.
The Swiss guy who shot the arrow. They played his overture for a Western hero. That hero's horse, darn it. Hi-oh, what? James.
What is silver?
Silver, correct.
Names 4.
You know the first black president. Well, the guy he defeated the first time. Okay, that guy's running mate, the lady. James.
Who is Sarah Palin?
Yes.
Awards 8.
In the first year of these awards, the editors of Galaxy and Astounding Science Fiction shared the magazine prize. James?
What is Hugo?
Hugo Awards.
Awards 4.
Named for an owner in this league, the Art Rooney Award honors sportsmanship on the field. James?
What is the NFL?
Yes.
Vowel 8.
A place for a picnic and an added work benefit. James?
What is park and perk?
Good, less than a minute.
Vowel 4.
A mixture for making good old-fashioned pancakes and one of the ingredients. Faison.
Butter, batter, and butter.
Batter, butter, yeah.
One Big Swamp 800.
Florida's Big Cypress Swamp borders this marshy national park on the southeast. James.
What is the Everglades?
Yes.
Top lyrics 8.
If you're lost, you can look, and you will find me. James.
What is time after time?
That's right.
Lyrics 4.
Did I ever tell you you're my hero? You're everything, everything I wish I could be. James.
What is wind beneath my wings?
Yes.
Swamp 4.
Africa's giant Al Sud swamp is drained by the headwaters of this river. Faison.
What's the Nile?
Nile is right, and that takes you to 9,200. Once again, though, I've said it so often. James, runaway game. Final Jeopardy to come, players. Here it is. 19th century novels. How much money will our champ earn today? Stay with us and find out.
We'll be back with Final Jeopardy right after this.
There were a lot of novels written in the 19th century, and this clue is about one of them. The author of this tale dedicated the novel to British philosopher William Godwin, her father. 30 seconds, players. Good luck. Lisa, we come to you first, and I have a feeling you're trying to entertain us. What did you draw? I saw you draw something.
A smiley
little,
face.
A little smiley face.
Yeah.
All right, it's going to cost you some money.
Yeah.
$27.99. That leaves you with $1. Let's go to Faison now. He had 9,200, and he wrote down, "What is Frankenstein?" written by Mary Shelley. You are right. It'll add $23. There's an interesting wager. You should start talking to James. He had 43,914. Wrote down, "What is Frankenstein?" and even drew.
I don't have the artistic skills I got over there.
Okay, but you're going to add some money to that 43,000. How much? 25,119. That bumps you up today to 69,033 and gives you a 30-day total of $2,323,971. It just keeps getting better and better for him. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Join us then, won't you?
Promotional consideration provided by Geico.